Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome to another Q&A video. Now I know it's been quite a while since I've done one of these, so I'm pretty excited to get into it today, but if you didn't already know, all of these questions came in from Instagram, so if you aren't already following me over on there, make sure you do. I have gone through all the questions and picked a ton of them out to answer, so let's get started. All right, so the first question here was the most liked question, so obviously a lot of you guys want to know the answer to this one. And the question is, do you take notes of the car's dings and dents to avoid customers saying that you did it? I guess generally when you're working on someone else's vehicle, you're always going to run the risk of, them saying that you damaged the vehicle. So for me, because I'm generally shooting videos while I'm detailing, I always have video footage of the entire vehicle inside and out, and pretty much cover every square inch of the vehicle when I do those before shots. But not only that, I also take pictures of the vehicle beforehand. So having those pictures and video with the timestamp on it would really make it incredibly difficult for somebody to claim that I damaged a vehicle, if there was pre-existing damage on it that it was caused by me. So from my perspective, I'm covered that way. I can certainly prove that it wasn't me. But generally speaking, for anybody else with a detailing business out there, definitely would recommend doing a walkthrough with the customer. When they drop off, make notes of where the damage is and make sure that they're aware of it. And yeah, you should be covered that way. So. All right, so the next question here is actually a pretty popular one too, and that's, have you ever had a bad experience with a customer, either not satisfied with your work or just giving you a hard time in general? Have you ever dealt with any Karens? So luckily for me, no, I haven't had any issues with customers being unhappy with my work. Haven't ran across any Karens yet. Seen them on the internet, but I haven't run across one in real life yet, so that's good for me, I guess. It may happen one day, but as of yet, it hasn't, so I guess I'm thankful that everyone's been happy with my work. So next one is, can you make a day in the life type of video? Now, I didn't realize that so many of you actually wanted to see that type of thing, so I guess if there's an appetite for it, yeah, I could probably do it. Not entirely sure what that might look like, but if that's something that you guys are interested in, feel free to comment that down below, and yeah, if there's enough interest, then sure, I can do that. Okay, so next one, do your neighbors ever complain? I'm not sure what they'd be complaining about. I am actually friends with all of my neighbors. I have really good relationships with them all. Yeah, no, they have nothing to complain about. There's really I don't make any noise because I work inside the garage here. I don't impact really anybody else around me. And yeah, like I said, I'm friends with them, so they know what I'm doing, and they're actually fans of the channel. They watch the videos. No issues there. Okay, next one. This is still a popular question. How much do you charge for each detail? So if you guys don't know, I have a website. It's www.thedetailgeek.ca. I'll link it in the description for you, but all of my pricing is on there. Feel free to take a look. Okay, next one here is, what is your favorite car that you've ever detailed? It's a bit of a hard one. I have to say I prefer working on nicer vehicles, luxury vehicles. I've done a few BMWs that were pretty nice, well taken care of too, so it's a pleasure when you get to actually detail a vehicle that someone takes care of rather than the trashed ones. But besides that, obviously my own Raptor, I do enjoy detailing that, and that's a pretty nice truck. So all right, so next one here is, what did you do before you started detailing full-time? Now I know I've answered this in well, definitely the last Q&A video for sure, but I used to be an accountant. I'm a CPA, chartered professional accountant. I did move to detailing and doing YouTube full-time late last year. I think it was December. But yeah, I worked as an accountant for 8 or 9 years, 9 years I think. I've been able to pursue my true passions and doing this full-time now. So, all right, next one here is, what's the longest amount of time it's taken you to detail a vehicle? And the answer to that is 20 hours. I spent 20 hours on that Chrysler Town & Country minivan. If you haven't seen that on the main channel, you should go check that out. That was by far the worst vehicle that I've ever had in. It was truly disgusting, and I think I was steaming for probably 8 hours on that vehicle. So yeah, it took a ton of time. Transformation was unreal though, so if you haven't seen that, you should go check it out. back to the questions. So next one is, what's the most disgusting thing that you've ever found in a car? Oof, that's a tough one. There have been a lot of pretty gross things that I've seen. Well, probably the one that really stands out was the vomit covered floor mat that I found in the trunk of that Chrysler Town and Country van. Owner did not tell me that it was there, and yeah, pulled that out of the trunk. Yeah, what more is there to say? That was pretty disgusting. Yeah, so hopefully I won't find any vomit in a vehicle again, but yeah, that was pretty gross. I guess this one kind of ties into that. So someone says, I'm always amazed at the people who don't clean their car ever and then bring it to you so dirty. Do you ever open the door and look inside and go, what the heck? Yeah, actually the first time that that's ever happened was that Chrysler Town and Country van. I opened the door and it was light years worse than anything I'd ever seen before. I don't understand how people drive around in vehicles that dirty. I do know why they want to get them clean, because they eventually just reach a point where they can't stand it anymore. Yeah, so that's why they end up here. And you know, luckily I can get them looking brand new again for them. But yeah, now another detailing question. So a lot of people were asking, and still do ask on the videos, what's the best way to start your own detailing business? Now, if you don't already know, I did make a video on this exact topic. It is on the channel. So go look for it. It's how to start a detailing business, and you know, really just goes through a lot of my tips and tricks. Kind of outlines the path that, you know, the strategy that worked for me. So by all means, go check that out, and hopefully that gets you started and you know, off on the right foot. So the next one, do you ever get tired of people asking questions that you've answered a million times in your videos before? Short answer is yes. I've pretty well answered any question that you might have before in one of my videos. So it does get a little bit tiring at times, but there's new viewers, and I get that not everyone has watched every video, so I do answer things again, and that's why I do try in my videos to kind of repeat some of those answers, you know, because I do understand there's new viewers on every video that I have, so just kind of helps those people out. But yes, there's the thing that really gets me though is when I've answered the question in a video, I've told someone the answer, and then they still ask the question after watching the video. And that one I don't understand. Like, if you just listen, you'd have the answer already. So, all right. So the next one here is, do you offer paint correction to your customers? So yes, I do offer paint correction and ceramic coating services. You've seen that a couple times in the main channel, definitely once or twice over here. But yeah, typically it's not the high demand service. A lot of my customers just have really dirty vehicles. They're not looking to get, you know, paint correction done. Definitely not looking for ceramic coatings. So that's just generally really why you don't see them very much. Same thing with engine bay details. It's an out of sight, out of mind thing for a lot of people. I film them whenever I get them in, but yeah, don't do a whole lot of paint correction or coatings, but yes, I do offer them. Do you keep the change you find in vehicles? That's an easy one. No, absolutely not. Every penny that I find in a vehicle is returned to the customer. Anything else would be, you know, theft, plain and simple. So no, I do not keep it. I return everything. Next one, do you ever keep vehicles overnight? And if so, do you tell the customer in advance or during the detail after figuring out that you need it longer? So the way it works is, yes, I do keep some of the vehicles overnight, especially when I'm doing them for, you know, 10, 12, 16, 20 hours. I'm not doing that all in one stretch. I could never possibly do that. So before I take on any vehicle, I always tell the customer it's going to be at least most of the day, with the potential that I may need it overnight. And then kind of later on in the day, once I've kind of really got into the interior and really see you know, how bad things are, or you know, how clean it is, then I'll know at that point, you know, can make arrangements. But I'm always upfront with that, so they know there is a chance that I will need it for more than one day. So, all right, so next up here is, does your back hurt because of the intense detailing? So yeah, absolutely it does. You know, especially when I'm working on a smaller vehicle, a smaller car. I'm, you know, a fairly tall guy. Trying to get inside some of those vehicles is difficult, especially when you're spending, you know, six or 8 hours on the inside of a car. It's going to hurt. And a lot of times, depending on the shot that I'm getting or the angle that I need, you know, I'm kind of contorted in some weird way, and you know, there's pressure on my back. So I do my best to, you know, to avoid that, and you know, try to stay pain-free. But you know, working that long, it's inevitable. So yeah, definitely, it's hard work. Detailing is extremely hard on your body. So it's It might look easy in the videos, but I can assure you it is not. Favorite country singer? Yeah, so I'm a big fan of country music. Probably mentioned in one of the other Q&As. Kenny Chesney's probably my favorite. You know, hence the No Shoes Nation flag flying up there. Yeah, I'd probably say Kenny Chesney. Zach Brown Band is a big favorite of mine too. Canadian country superstar Dean Brody. You guys probably may not have heard of him, but he's got some just amazing music, and yeah, love country. All right, so next one here is what's your favorite clothing brand? And for me, that would be Quicksilver. I own a lot of Quicksilver clothes. I've spent a lot of time in Maui in my life. There's Quicksilver stores all over the place there, and you know, being a board riding company, they make you know, some good quality clothes, and I don't know, I've just always been drawn to them over, say, Billabong or something. But yeah, shorts I'm wearing right now are Quicksilver. Obviously the shirt is not, but I do like wearing my own shirts, but definitely Quicksilver. How do you like your eggs? Simple answer, I don't. Actually don't like eggs. In baking and stuff, that's fine, but yeah, I don't actually eat eggs. Just the texture of eggs, I just can't do. So probably out on an island there, a little bit weird, but I don't like eggs. So next one here is, what are the dimensions of your garage? Now, I would have mentioned this in the garage tour video that I did last year. It's on the main channel if you guys haven't seen that yet. My garage is 26 feet deep and 34 feet wide. So it's pretty much as big as I could go in the city here. Would I like more space? Yeah, of course I would, but it's big enough to get the job done in. All right, so these next few are gonna be a little bit more personal, I guess. They're not so much detailing related, but how tall are you? So I'm 6'1". Where in Saskatchewan do you live? I live in Regina, which is the capital of Saskatchewan. There's also another major city called Saskatoon you may have heard of, but yeah, I'm in Regina. Favorite kind of pop or, you know, soft drink? So for me, it's Diet A&W root beer, which I don't know, maybe that's a little weird, but I don't drink a whole lot of, you know, soft drinks or pop. Basically just when I'm, you know, mixing drinks, like I drink rum, so then I drink that with Diet Coke, but yeah, I'll have the odd diet root beer here and there, but I don't drink a whole lot of pop. Do you know how to drive stick? Yes, I absolutely do. First vehicle that I ever had was a Pontiac Firefly. It was a little piece of crap car, but yeah, it was a standard. And then from that, I went to an Acura Integra, which was also a standard. From there, I went to an Acura RSX Type S, which was probably my favorite little car I ever had. That was also a standard. So yeah, I haven't owned a standard for a while, but yeah, definitely know how to drive it, and a lot of fun. I would totally pick that over automatic any day of the week. So the next one here is, what is your workout routine? Now, yes, I do work out. I try to you know, to hit the gym 5-6 days a week. I actually do have a home gym now, which is one of the things that kind of changed. Wasn't really able to go to the gym, you know, for a long time. It's kind of as soon as COVID hit, I you know, bought myself a squat rack, dumbbells, and pretty much everything I needed. So I do have a home gym now, and it's super convenient. So yeah, in terms of routine, I focus more on powerlifting, kind of hitting those main lifts, so deadlift, squat, bench, and overhead press. Trying to get as strong as I can on those. I run a program called Jim Wendler's 531, if any of you have heard of it. Yeah, that's what I'm running right now. So fitness has been a big part of my life for quite a while now. Hopefully you guys can tell I'm in pretty good shape, and you know, detailing definitely helps with that, because it's, like I said earlier, it's a ton of work. Yeah, definitely hit the gym, eat right, and yeah, stay healthy. So, all right, so keeping with the personal questions here, someone's asking coffee, tea, or energy drinks. Coffee for me, I don't really drink tea. I probably have 1 to 2 cups of coffee a day, usually just in the morning. Definitely something though, when I'm out here detailing, I do make a half pot of coffee and kind of drink that throughout the day, but kind of keeps me going, I guess. But yeah, don't drink tea, energy drinks, only if I'm on a road trip or something. Would I ever do an energy drink? If I do, it's a White Monster. So the next one here, it's actually what I'm excited about. I was really hoping that somebody actually asked this question. So the question is, what's the dirtiest detail that you've ever done? And now you might be thinking it was that Chrysler Town and Country van that I did a few months back and that I talked about with the vomit stained mat, and yeah, well, hopefully you've seen that, but I actually got one in that was worse than that a little while ago, and you guys are actually gonna get to see that on Friday. I'm pretty pumped about that video. It's definitely the worst, the dirtiest, truly most disgusting vehicle that I have ever done. Honest to God, I could have nightmares just thinking about it. So I can't wait for you guys to see that just in a few days. Oh, this is a good one. So how do you manage time for life, friends and family when these cars take so long to clean? So that's actually a really good question. The simple answer is I don't have a lot of free time. I spend, well, as you know, I mentioned at the end of every video how long it takes, but I spend anywhere from 8 to probably 14 hours, kind of on the regular, on these vehicles, and that's generally speaking over either an entire full day or it's over 2 days. And then in terms of, once I finish the detail, then I've got to edit that video. The editing alone takes, 15 plus hours for everything that I need to do, to get the video produced and pick music, and yeah, it's just an insane amount of work. A lot of weeks I'm probably working 60 plus hours, sometimes as much as 80, just depending on how many details I end up doing in a week. And then I've got a second channel video to produce as well every week. Yeah, I'm an extremely busy guy. I'm doing what I love, but I don't have a lot of time for other stuff. Love AC/DC, by the way, if you guys didn't know that. Yeah, huge fan of AC/DC. So okay, so we got a couple detailing related questions to finish things off here. So the first of those being, do you watch other car detailers on YouTube, and if so, who? Now the simple answer is no, I don't. I mentioned that in a Q&A video a while ago, but the reason for that is because I don't want to be influenced by anything that I see somebody else doing. The way that I produce my videos, the way that I detail, it's all kind of my own way, and yeah, I've never wanted, like I said, be influenced and end up, almost copying what somebody else is doing. So anything that you've seen in any of my videos and on my channels is 100% my idea in terms of the way that I'm producing my videos. I know there's lots of other guys out there that are kind of doing the same thing. I know there's some of them that do end up kind of copying what I do, but yeah, that's not my thing. I want to be original, and I want my content to be original. All right, so the next one here, I honestly don't know why I get asked this question so much. I think it's pretty obvious what the answer is, but it's basically, who is Mike and is Mike real?
Hey, I heard my name, what's up?
Yeah, everyone's asking whether or not you're real or not. People don't believe that you're actually real.
What? I'm totally real. How could anybody think that?
I don't know, man. If you weren't so bloody lazy and you actually came on to help me more, maybe people wouldn't be asking those questions.
Yeah, but dude, you know I'm a lazy couch potato, and I hate work.
Yeah, I know, buddy. They still love you though, so don't worry. Anyways, go back to the couch. I'm working. Anyways, hopefully that answers your question about who Mike is. For those of you who still aren't sure and who might be doubting his existence, he is in fact a real person, so yeah. He's my twin brother, if you didn't know. Did you guys not know that you couldn't tell that we look that we look identical? Anyways, okay, so the next one here is, what are your hobbies outside of detailing? So when I'm not detailing or producing videos, I obviously enjoy playing guitar. I also golf in summers and I curl competitively in the winters. Not sure how many of you guys know what curling is, but it's a pretty big part of my life. Honestly, I haven't had a whole lot of time for that kind of stuff lately though. I've been working really hard on some pretty exciting things. I'll be able to share with you soon, but until then, just know it's big, it's exciting. You guys are gonna love it, and yeah, I'm super excited to be able to share it with you, so stay tuned. The last one here is, what do you clean headliners with? Is it just steam or do you use chemicals? For those, like if it's just a random spot here and there, I'm using APC and either a detail brush to just gently agitate or just a microfiber towel to kind of, you know, gently scrub and then blot dry. For the really bad ones, the white GMC Yukon video, or recently in the last work truck, the F-150 that I did, those had really bad headliners, and so for those I'm using steam, not using any chemicals. Steam wrapped around, or microfiber towel wrapped around my steamer is enough to clean those. Yeah, either a steamer or all-purpose cleaner and a microfiber towel and a detail brush can work really good. All right guys, and that's gonna do it for this Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I certainly had fun making this, so let me know in the comments below what kind of video you might want to see next. I do like to try to make videos that you guys want to watch, not just kind of what I want to make, so let me know down below, and as always, make sure you smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, enjoy the guitar outro, and I will see you guys in the next one.